call a state of emergency and people are going to be stuck. I really see that they're baiting Americans. They're pushing Americans to the edge now. Jobs are low, wages are low. Trump made billions of dollars in 6 months. Kushner and his people, his junta of Witkoff and Kushner and all of these guys, Kellogg, all of them are making billions. Nothing, everything is to enrich them. I know these people understand that, but Germany is doing it too. This is what to me is interesting. Germany has always been secretive. They're secret. They're making just as much fucking money as the Americans. The Americans are just more ostentatious. They brag about it. They brag about it, and Trump is going to call a state of emergency, and people are going to be stuck.
You heard it from her own mouth. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto the life furnace, seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. You heard it from her own mouth. Her own mouth. Everybody can see it clear as day. They are baiting the people. All right. The first thing when she said about the jobs, and what the crazy thing is, this is what people they rely on things. We live in a system where you rely on it. You are subject to the system for help to get by. No sort of relief, right? No courtesy of understanding of what a person's going through. Same thing that they did during the pandemic is the same thing they're doing now. Well, what even makes it worse is that they're saying, "Oh, everything's back up, so we ain't gonna go back to that." So they are baiting the people. Ecclesiasticus 12:3. Yep. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble." And when you go into the word economists, the economists or the keepers of the house, their job is to ensure that the functions of this society continues. Oh, first of all, let me give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Slakia. But I didn't say that. But it says, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease. That it said the grinding cease, right? It says to cease, which you all know what cease is. But to desist from labor. So what's labor? Labor is work. Because nobody's going to be able to afford anything. Here it is. We're in January. And it's still looking bleak for everyone. All right. Oh, hey, that's the spirit. Well, everybody here is suffering. I don't know when this came out. Same channels, brother. He does a good job posting up stuff. If you can't get a video if you can't do a video, just look up these little shorts. Very helpful. And I've seen it. Where is it? Not that one. I didn't even get to look at these. I gotta be careful because if I see something that I might go crazy. Or maybe it was something else. But anyway, the other video was a video of the Mar-a-Lago. You don't know what Mar-a-Lago is, where Trump, I guess, is home down in Florida somewhere. And you have people with dog faces, a dog mask is just dancing. So every time he goes, I believe he goes there like every week or something like that. So as he's going down there enjoying himself, person have put in the I don't see it. Oh, there it is, right in front of us. I mean, it's utter ridiculous. So he's busy having every weekend is a fucking ball where this motherfucker's at. This guy is Nero. He is Nero, yo. He is truly a Caesar. This is what Caesars used to do. All right. This is what all the Caesars used to do. They used to go out there and live it up while the people is out there suffering. It says right here, guess at Trump's Mar-a-Lago, dancing with dog masks while Americans can't afford groceries. So these things are right in your face. But when the whole when he cut off, oh, that's ridiculous. When he had cut off the food stamps, he went down there to Florida, and there was partying. It was eating. It was balling. It was eating It was eating the abomination. He had a good time. He himself had a good time because they don't give a fuck about the people. That's what he been saying. They don't give a fuck about the people, and it's just gonna get worse and worse. He's planning to cut off funds to certain states that disagree with him. Hey, he planned to interact his, what do you call it again? The Insurrection Act, because of the what's going on. So he don't give a damn. His rich billionaires, they don't give a damn. All these things are happening. It says Sirach 13, sorry, and 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and the dog? What peace between the rich and the poor? As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so is the rich eat up the poor. So if the rich is eating up the poor, they're not gonna share nothing. When he's talking about America's the richest country in the world right now because of the tariffs, he doesn't equate that to the average citizen that's out here struggling. And all you people that's doing well, don't get comfortable. Actually, get comfortable. It's gonna be more funny when that happens. All right, it's gonna be a lot more funnier. So the grinding is about to cease. All right, the grinding is about to cease, and like she said, they keep pushing and pushing. And when the people push, they're like, "Oh, we have the weapons to to bend you the way we want." That's what it's all about. When there's another reaction takes place, they're gonna come down so hard on the people that they're gonna submit to whatever they say. I was watching the Kim Ivory show, Iverson show. Sorry, Kim Iverson show. She was breaking it down, but she made sense. Because during the pandemic, they used to tell you can't go out without the card. And some people was like, well, what's so hard about that? I get like 10 shots, and you show the card, no problem. Oh, she even brought it up the 9/11, and they took away most of your privacy. The pandemic, they made you bend to their will. So this time, they no longer gonna ask. They're gonna, because of your rebelliousness, they're gonna do these things to you. It says because there are few, and those that look at the windows be darkened. Let's talk about the future. All right, the future is dark. The future, there is no future. Second Ezra 15. Go to the point. 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. But for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And we oh my goodness, we are in Jamaica, Jacob's trouble. We are in this where people about to lose it because once they isolate everything, when you can't get your hands on the people that really pisses you off, and people take matters into their own hands, feed their families because no food is coming into certain areas because they came against the government. Man, speaking as a man, when we first heard these, read the scriptures and imagined to see how it was going to take place, and the way, you check out Esau's track record, how he does things. He does things subtle. He has a pattern. He's never really truthful. He does it slick. So in our mind, it was like, okay, they're probably going to a T attack and this, that to the third. And once that happens, then all of a sudden, um, this is how it's going to go down. And they're going to fool the people to have them believe it's this way because they did it in 9/11. Everybody was subject to that, but we didn't know. You knew who they were. You knew who was responsible for all this shit, the elites. But you never thought that they were so emboldened and brazen to actually show forth their wickedness, to go all out in their wickedness. So when all that happened, it was shocking. When all these things is happening, it's shocking. Like, wait a minute. Oh, so you the ones that are gonna bring in the famine. You the one that's causing the people to go out there and kill them and hurt each other. And then come around and bring in martial law. So you're the complete ultimate package of the devil the Bible speaks of. All right. You're the ones that's causing all this shit. So it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men. So what's the sedition? Is inciting. All right. So when you had the government, the government actually telling their citizens that, oh, sorry, the Democrats was telling the U.S. government military not to follow unlawful orders, to warn them. And what did that Trump administration say? Oh, they all need to be executed, right? So what were they doing? They was inciting sedition against the government. So we about this. They're the ones that's doing these things. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their princes, their kings, nor their princes." So it's going to be a whole out purge with no instruction. That's how they want. They want the people to purge themselves. This is what they want. This is what they desire. And they the way they're doing things, how they're doing it, you can see how it's become clear that they're responsible for everything that goes wrong. They're taking away people's jobs to support themselves. Inflation is at an all-time high. All right. So nothing, even if you work, you have to work umpteen hours just to get ends meet. And even in that sense, it's not enough. So it's better off just to say, fuck it, right? That's what they want. It's illegal to be homeless. They building up a whole bunch of concentration camps. Okay. Like I said, he's willing to bring the Insurrection Act. So all these things is daring people to do something. So that way, when they do something, they go hard on them. So once the people are let loose, like Gerald Salente says, so once the people lose it, they lose it. Once the people lose it, and then they want to bring in the order, there ain't gonna be no fucking order. Nobody's gonna listen to them because you have pushed the people to that point. Their pride their pride is blinded them to the fact that this is not a good thing for them. It says, in the course of their action shall stand in their own power, meaning the people is going to decide what reasons they're doing what they're doing. And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, which is martial law. That's one they want to instruct. They're going door to door now. All right. I was watching something else. It was basically saying they're asking neighbors, do you have illegals? If you're not a certain complexion, they go to those people with a certain complexion and tell them, oh, what sort of people you have, where do they live, and they go door to door. And saw something else that they put up that the Supreme Court basically they don't need no warrant to go in door to door. So this whole fucking thing is the U.S. government just going after people. So we are living in Jacob's trouble. Okay, we are truly living in Jacob's trouble. All hell is breaking loose, and this is a good thing because when the shit keeps going the way it is, this is the end of this man. It says, but because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed. Hey, the Bible don't look so far fetched now. It does it, huh? The Bible don't look like a fairy tale book, right? It says, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, the great tribulation. So they're the ones that's bringing in this great tribulation, the hard times, and allowing people to literally utterly destroy themselves. And whoever comes out of that, that's the ones that they in their minds either they kill off themselves, all right, or somehow, some way, the people is gonna just take the trip. Let the people take care of themselves. That's their whole concept. So this we in some evil times, man. Brought to you by evil people. With that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.